This is Sherry from Twisted Granny Tarot. Thank you kindly for joining me tonight. We're going to do the monthly horoscope for July for Virgos today. And I'm going to, if it's okay with you, I'm going to read a little bit about what's happening in July in case you need to know. Okay? So, what do we got here? Here's something. July 16th, the Wort Moon, W-O-R-T, Moon, Capricorn. And it says the birth of Set, who's an Egyptian god. Plus, the Haitian pilgrimage to honor Urzuli Frida, the voodoo Loa of love and beauty, famous in New Orleans, who possesses miraculous healing powers. And Ted Andrews, who was an author of books on mythology and animal communication and those kinds of things. He was born in 1952 on July 16th, according to this. Now, this calendar is called a year and a day. Well, theoretically, it takes a year and a day to be schooled on some certain practices in cards and tarot and extraterrestrial entities. Okay. Now, on the 30th, it's Nova Scotia's Micmac Indian tribe believed that all who are wed on this day will be blessed with happiness and good health by the Great Spirits. Well, maybe we should get married on July 30th. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? We'll consider that. All right. So, actually, and if you would like your own copy, my friend Link, he publishes these. So go to gbgcalendar.com and order. Okay? You won't be sorry you did, because there's a lot of little tidbits that you can use for your own, classes and spells, those kinds of things. Okay, so now we are going to start. I have to time myself. Okay, so here we're going to go with Virgo first. Oh, we're going to do it according to the astrology houses, because this is a diagram that helps us get a little bit of information about different categories of a person's life. Second house is about your money. Fourth house is about your home. Fifth house is children and recreational activities. Seventh is business partnerships and marriage partnerships. And so we get a little picture of a little activity that's going on in each one of these slots. So we can cover a lot of ground in 15 or 20 minutes. Okay? All right. Let's go. First house is what you're thinking about today. Ugh, what's the matter, Miss Virgo? What's the matter? This is not a happy card. Some of you are severely disappointed about some situations going on. Second house is your own money. Ah, okay. Well, this is the person who kind of looks after you on the other side. Everybody has spirit guides. Everybody has angels that travel with them throughout their lives. Sometimes the angels leave this person and another advisor comes in because this advisor's completed her task. Let's put it that way. Now, this is intuition. So you pay attention about, you have these sneaking suspicions on a regular basis. They are real. And this mental telepathic sudden jolts are going to visit you. Don't just toss them aside. Kind of keep track of them and analyze them, because she's going to warn you about the bad stuff and the good stuff that's coming up. So what's going on with your money that you don't know that you want to know? Are you trying to find a way to make money through your intuition? Well, you could do that with card reading or astrology and stuff like that. Okay. Oh, geez. Here we go. Third house is communication. So I guess you've been unhappy with a situation with a friend or relative, and you may have talked to them and they stabbed you in the back, or it's possible that you stabbed somebody else in the back. But this misery has to do with a conversation, and it didn't go well. So I'm sorry if you were disappointed and held responsible or held at fault if you were. Okay. Fourth house, are you moving? These people are moving. See them? They're in a boat. They are going, actually, this is a picture about people going across the river Styx. So someone on this boat has passed. And these two people are taking the body to the other side so it can be buried. So, what's going on with your house? You're leaving your house? Is there nothing left of it for you? Are you disappointed in it? So, something happened and you want to leave your house. Okay, romance and creativity. Well, what? If there ain't no romance coming on now, come on. Why did this happen? I shuffled the cards. I cut them 3 times. I prayed over them. Why are we getting nothing but sad news here? 1, 2, 3, 4. The only good card's this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Romance and creativity. Well, there ain't no romance. There ain't no creativity. Your hands are tied, probably because the romance isn't going well, and that kind of interferes with a person's joy in creating things if they've been compromised. Okay, now what? Now we finally got a good card. This is also a card like the High Priestess of the major arcana, which are also known as destiny cards. So Virgo, you're doing good at work. You're doing good at work. All right, so then now that just told me that somehow you have got, in other words, you could sign up for extra hours at work. You could sign up for days off at work because you are getting messages through the airwaves about what's going on in the scheduling of the company. And so you might even realize that in order to get the stage that you want, so to speak, the stage on which to do your work, that you can. All right, 7th house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Yay! The king of love there. Oh, be patient. So listen. So initially, you're pretty depressed, but you got a really good sense of mental telepathy. Okay? Somebody stabbed you in the back, or you stabbed somebody else in the back during a conversation. 4th house is your home. But these people are moving. They're moving out of their homes, right? 5th house is romance. See any romance here? Now we got good luck at work. And then we have the 7th house. So are you telling me then, my dear, that you have found a much more interesting character that you would like to pursue? And you have to be patient. You have to give them time. Because it's not going to happen overnight. It has to be almost, well, it can't be deliberate like you're on a dating site. It has to be like a pedestrian, very pedestrian way you're going to meet somebody at work, at an event. So I'm looking forward to finding out what is going on with your marriage partnerships and business partnership, because this obviously indicates a love interest, because he's the King of Cups and they have to do with love and emotional things. So if there's not going to be much of a delay, it's just that you have to be patient because you don't see this person on a regular basis. Okay? Okay, 8th house, money from other people. Money from other people. Oh my God, look at a king and a queen. And we got, okay, great. Huh, okay. Money from other people means money from an income tax check, money from an insurance check, money from a lawsuit, money from an inheritance. That's what we got. Now, because the rods governs business, and we have two rods here, both of them, we're going to call them a commanding presence, because this is the king of the business, this is the queen of the business. Now, either one of these could be swapped. They both could be men, they both could be women, or they could have one of each, or not. And okay, then I'm going to say that somehow you are going to be taken into either consideration or into private conversation about plans for the business, and they think that you can be a good member of the team and work in alignment with the boss's goals and put on a good front so that the rest of the people will follow. Okay? Ninth house, philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Now, just in general, regular people may have to put off those kinds of trips and education because it requires a certain amount of leisure time and a certain amount of cash to be able to pull that off. So what I'm going to say here is you are probably going to be able to participate in higher education and spiritual knowledge and studies if you want to. And you know what? You have a pretty good imagination. And this card is actually about items that you think you want, but most of them are, I don't want to say inappropriate, but they're inconvenient. They don't match your job in your life today. Somehow they're a little off. Because what this is a pile of unrealistic expectations and unrealistic wants and desires. Because in one of these cups is a dragon, in one of these cups is a snake, in one of these cups is fruit and jewels, and one of these things is a mask. So if you are going to pursue higher education, long distance travel, spiritual studies, and whatever I said the last one was, you need to be prepared for reality. This is not reality. This is just stuff that you think you want. And and people might find out if they get it, they might think, well, that was silly. Why did I want that? Well, it's because you didn't know. Okay, so this is 10th house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. 10th house is your work. Now look at here, work. What's he doing? He's taking his burden and leaving. You're leaving here too. So my opinion is it's just a matter of time before you find another job. Because this one's really aggravating you. It's getting on your last good nerve. Okay? All right, 11th house is what is 11th house? Oh, long-term plans. And friends from previous employers. Friends from previous employers. Well, now, you may have heard this, or you may have read about this particular situation that I'm going to talk about in a minute, and you may feel like it will work. Well, the idea is if you're looking for a job, call friends that you met from previous employment and find out where do you work now, and are they hiring over there? That means that 12 minutes is up. So see these happy faces here? They can help you with referrals, because once you become a referral, you've hoisted yourself up several rungs on the hiring ladder. So don't be bashful. Don't tell anybody where you work now what you're doing, but you can tell other people. Where do you work? How do you like it there? Do they need anybody that can do ABC? Okay? Now, here's the 12th house. This is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. Actually, you actually have high hopes. You have, because this person is coming back a hero from a battle, and he's very happy, and he's expecting to be um, congratulated and welcomed home like a hero. So, and so somehow or another, this is how you go to sleep. You go to sleep, you try to go to sleep on a high note, because you try to, if you're going to rehash your day, you go through every customer or every patient or every situation and decide, was that a good presentation, or could it have been better? Was that a good explanation for this other patient, or could it have been done better? So you don't, even though you really don't like the house you're in, you really want to move, you go to sleep without too much difficulty, because you don't really have anything to worry about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now, this card kind of governs, plays a role in each one of these cards. So what this person is doing here is he's had a battle, and he has gone back to the battlefield to pick up the spoils of war, meaning the swords, the shields, the knives, the daggers, the whatever in the world. Okay? And so then he wants to take them home. So what this inevitably means is that, well, some of these people did things that you didn't like. And so you want to leave there. And when you leave there, you're going to remember what they did to you that you didn't like, because you're taking them with you. Meaning not the people, but the situations. You're out of there because here's why you don't want to stay. Now, if you decide to stay, here are 2 good reasons. Intuition about your money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And people at work. What I'm getting is you're popular at work, and y'all may be short-staffed at the moment, and maybe they're giving you too much work, and all that overtime is nice money, but it's kind of puts a hamper on your life. So what we have right this minute is, wow, let's see, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. Major arcana means destiny cards. So there are 3 different places you can look for improvements. 1 is your money, 1 is at work, and 1 is in romance. Because this could be the guy you're dating now. Just continue to be patient with him, you know, or her, whichever one it is. Okay, so I think that is what we got for you today. Now, this deck is called the Morgan Greer deck, and I really like it because it certainly is easy to determine what each one of these cards means, because the pictures look like a coloring book. And I thought, well, that was kind of cool. I don't mind that a bit, because it clears away the clutter, so to speak. And you just get the main idea. Then you can extrapolate on that. Anyway, it's a good deck to start out with, and it's a good deck to use with your how to read tarot cards. You know what? I don't have that book in here, but I'd recommend this deck to anybody who wants to get it. Amazon, Stone Harmony, whichever you would like to do. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope I've helped you. So come back and see Twisted Granny Tarot. Thank you very much. Love you. Mean it. Bye.